Chef's Kitchen College Campus Cooking. Today we are at Delaware Valley University, joined by Chef Anthony Bonett from the Richelieu Restaurant. Nice to have you here, Chef.
Thank you.
And Asha Miller, who is a student here at Del Val.
Yeah.
And we're all about experiential education and learning by doing. And I know you have put together some fabulous recipes for us that are nutritious, quick, and fairly simple for students to prepare on their own.
Yes, we're featuring three recipes, three ingredients. Rice, which we're going to do a very simple risotto, pasta. We're going to do the quickest cooking pasta, angel hair pasta, and we're going to do a potato bowl with 3 different variations.
Fabulous.
So simple things, inexpensive things, and things that really, it's good just to add to your sort of cooking repertoire.
And most students would typically have these ingredients pretty much on hand.
Yes.
Pasta, potatoes.
So we're going to start out, we have some dry risotto, arborio rice.
Great.
Okay, and we're cutting down the cooking time by sort of cooking it almost like a pasta. We put it in a pot of boiling water, and we're going to, what chefs say, blanch or cook for 7-8 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, and we've already had this in for a few minutes, so it's looking pretty good.
Great.
At the same time, we're cooking our angel hair, which really just takes a few minutes to cook.
Like typically 3 minutes for
We're
angel hair?
Yes, 3 minutes. We're going to go ahead with the rest of the pasta dish, which really is one of these dishes that you can really come home from school, work, class, and make this in literally 5 minutes.
Which is so interesting because risotto and the word quick don't necessarily go hand in hand.
Now,
You're showing us, you're stepping it down so that you can prepare it quickly.
Yes, and the pasta that we're going to do, this is an Italian dish that's very
Some
popular.
garlic.
Garlic, anchovy.
So that's some diced onion.
Yep, this is some diced onion. Okay. We're going to put a little bit of tomato in it. Okay.
Hey, maybe Asha, you can assist,
Yep.
Chef.
Okay. Yeah, and they're just getting nice and aromatic and kind of cooking. Just want to get a little flavor out of them.
Very nice.
All right. While we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and get our risotto going.
Okay.
Okay. On to the risotto. We're going to start off with a pot. We already have our risotto blanching. We're going to put a little bit of butter in the pot. How's that going? Looks good, yeah. Looks nice. You see how it's starting to like caramelize a little bit? It's starting to get like really nice kind of like
garlic starts to
you can see the flavor coming out.
And these tomatoes, interesting, you have beautiful facilities here at Del Val. These tomatoes are all from the greenhouses.
Yes.
It's a beautiful
Delicious.
structure here on the campus.
Okay, we're going to get the risotto going. We have some mushroom. This is a portobello mushroom. You can use white mushrooms.
So really anything to your liking, any sort of mushroom that you prefer.
Exactly, any white mushroom. Doesn't have to be fancy. And I just want to stress, don't get caught up with ingredients. You know, I don't have this particular thing. I can't make it. You know, these are very easy to substitute ingredients for it. And just, you know, you can make it work.
Now,
all right, this looks great. And that's
is risotto something that you would typically have during the week, Asha?
No, not really on our campus. I think we've had risotto once in the dining hall, and it was pretty good. But they usually change it up a lot, so we don't see a lot of the same meals.
That's good.
We were talking about this pasta, how quick it is, and we could see that it's
already
really
ready.
Done. Maybe 20 more seconds, and it's perfect.
Terrific.
Okay. We have our mushrooms going with a little bit of butter.
They're sweating out nice.
Yep, cooking nicely.
Beautiful.
Butter with risotto, it really adds richness to it. We have some fresh herbs we're going to put in it. We have some parsley.
So that's parsley. What other kinds of herbs are we going to be adding, Chef?
We're going to add some thyme. We have fresh thyme.
Beautiful.
So the risotto, some of these. Now these are some things that you can keep dry, you know, in your room where you can keep.
So for a student, she could keep them in her cupboard.
Yeah,
or
absolutely. I mean, there's nothing wrong with dry. There's nothing wrong with frozen. You know, let's not be sort of like turned off these ingredients. If frozen vegetables is all you have, then sometimes you got to use them. So let's be careful here. I want to put this.
So the idea is we want to make these recipes approachable for students so that they wouldn't be intimidated preparing them in their own space.
Once you put this in, this is pretty much done. And then we're just going to stir it all together.
Very nice. So all the flavors sort of meld.
Yep, it looks great. Let's turn it down a little bit. Okay. Our risotto is going nicely.
Well, that really came together quick, Chef.
Yep. That's done. And now with this, you can put a little tiny bit of butter at the end, just to kind of bring it together. Okay, let's go ahead and we want to season that up with a little salt and pepper.
Would you add some cheese on that at the end as well?
Yes, we're going to put cheese in it. Go ahead and put a little bit of black pepper. Okay.
What makes our E360 program so powerful is our partnerships. And our prime partnership right now on campus is with Terrain. Terrain is a division of Urban, which has other brands like Urban Outfitters, who is investing in our South Campus placing there a retail shop, garden cafe, and event venue at which our students will work as part of the E360 program and which will source products that we grow here on campus.
Our class size is anywhere from 8 to 13 students, so we really get to know our students and what their interests are. We want to make sure to try to help them get there. So we'll help them, decide what are the classes that they'll need and what other kind of work experiences that they can get so that when they graduate, they can just start their careers.
Put a little bit of tomatoes in to give a little color on it, and then we're going to put the pasta in.
Maybe after you
I mean,
add the tomatoes.
The cheese. Yep, go ahead, you can add some in. That's good. Honey, let's toss that together.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to go ahead and plate that.
Okay.
Asha, how about you try to flip the pan?
Okay.
Is that a skill that is in her wheelhouse?
I've
Chef?
done it with pancakes before,
You
but
have?
never like
Good.
pasta.
It's in the
I think
wrist.
it's the same
in the wrist.
thing.
In the wrist.
There you go.
Go.
There we
Doing
go.
better.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very
we're going to go
nice.
ahead and put our risotto right into this pot. Our risotto is cooked for about 7-8 minutes.
And we're gonna plate
Okay.
this.
Yep.
So is this
let's-
ready to be plated,
Yes.
Chef?
Let's bring that the big bowl over here. We're
Big
going to plate,
bowl. Here's
and
the
we'll just
pasta
put
bowl.
that right back there.
Right here.
Okay.
And if we look at this, a dish like this would be appropriate even for a vegetarian.
Yes, without the anchovy. Yeah.
Without the anchovy.
Yep. And go when you're plating. It's easy to get and you could dump it all into the bowl, or you could put a nice kind of build up your levels a little bit, just like that. All right.
Okay.
And then at the end, you'll put all the rest of the sauce ingredients into it. Then we'll finish with cheese and basil.
Go ahead, Asha. You
Okay.
plate the next portion of it, and make sure you get all that good tomato and all those vegetables that you sautéed in there. Very nice. I love how the
great.
sauce really adheres
It
to
does,
the
yeah.
pasta because of the moist.
It's that Italian
Yeah.
technique of like a sugo. You can put it all
Yeah.
in. It's a nice size. That's a nice size portion. Put it all in. Okay.
What is your major here at Del Val?
I study nutrition science,
Okay.
which is really interesting.
Very you like your major?
I love it.
So that's excellent. So the nutritious aspects of this meal are not lost on you then, right?
No.
You have a little bit of vegetable, you have
Yeah.
a little bit of starch.
Typically, cooking the vegetable, we added these at the end, so it keeps a lot of the nutrients, especially in the dark colors of the tomatoes.
Yes. So you're noticing that.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
Okay. How's it looking?
Very nice. How about you top it off with some of those?
Yep. And you
Yeah.
can just pick that up and scoop all that stuff out right on top.
Excellent.
Okay, perfect.
Just scrape all that off there.
Sorry.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, so now that our pasta is essentially done.
Done. Yep. You can scoop it all out. You can use the rubber spatula.
Here we go.
Yep. And just scrape it all into there. Get all the goody stuff on the bottom.
Okay.
Nice. Yep.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Let's finish with. You can put that down under the table. Let's finish with some grated Parmesan cheese right here. Okay, just with the zester.
Go. Would you like to grate some on
Okay.
top of there?
And we have some nice basil
Excellent.
we're going to put on here. This is it.
So that's shaved arugula,
That's
Chef?
basil.
Basil.
Fresh basil.
Okay.
Yep.
And I believe this basil is fresh also from the greenhouse right on campus also.
Yep, we have some
It's so
right
great
here.
to have fresh ingredients handy like
This looks great,
this.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks really
good
good.
enough
You
to
want more
eat,
cheese?
right?
You,
Yeah.
don't like cheese?
I have one more. I'll put more
Cheese it up.
cheese. I love cheese.
Go for it.
Chef, we have 11 minutes.
Okay. We have
More
our
cheese,
risotto.
the
We have our
better.
risotto going. I put the chicken stock in the risotto.
Okay.
After it was blanched a little bit, now it'll come together right quickly. After you have the 8-minute blanching,
So the
it's
key
really going
is
to
the
take
8-minute blanching.
the 8-minute
then.
blanching cuts the cooking time down significantly.
Okay.
And then you can add the stock, and then once it comes together, it's pretty much done. Then we'll just fold in the remaining ingredients.
Terrific.
The one thing that I forgot to put in is we could put a little splash of white wine, which is right here.
Okay.
So you want to put that in our risotto, just give a little nice, gives a little kind of bit of a tannic and alcohol flavor into it.
Adds to the flavor.
Uh-huh.
Just put that.
Yeah, there you go.
And the next thing we're going to start working on is let's start working on our potatoes. That
Okay.
requires the most amount of prep, so let's get a plate here.
I'm sure there's peeling involved.
Okay, and I'm going to show you how we prep the potatoes.
Okay.
Potatoes are great to have in your pantry. You can have all different types. There's Yukon Golds, there's Idahos. This is an Idaho, a russet potato. Idaho or russet potatoes are great for a lot of different things. They're great for croutons, they're great for making wedges, breakfast things. My thought about this was just really nice to have a roasted potato. You can do a lot of different things with it. So let's start peeling the potato.
Potatoes keep for a long time
Yes, exactly,
in
yes.
your pantry too, which is nice.
Okay, we're going to peel that, and I'm going to show you how to cut it.
Are you involved in any sports or activities?
Yeah, so I'm on the softball team here.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, and I'm
That's
also involved in a non-denominational Christian club here on campus.
That's terrific. So you're busy.
Yes.
And I
very
suppose
busy.
being on the softball team, you're involved in athletics, so eating good and nutritious meals are very
Super
important.
for us.
Especially your season is coming up, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
how often do you practice?
We practice 6 days a week.
So you're busy on top of a full course load. What position are you in the softball team?
I'm a pitcher.
Wow.
Pitcher.
Yeah.
Nice
That's
dress.
impressive. So you are one busy student.
When students first start at Del Val, their first lab, their first class, their first semester is hands-on immediately. So we're getting them in the fields every day, the first week of classes. So they're hands-on from the very beginning.
So most of our alumni, when they go forward and they graduate from here, there's a variety of things they can do. Primarily, they go into product development, which is developing new products for companies, both large and small. And then there's a variety of other jobs that students can go into. They can work in a lab setting, or they can go into work for the government and government regulation and things like that.
I'll show you how we're going to cut these, okay? These you can cut any way you want. You can cut in circles, but we're going to cut these just like these kind of big, rough kind of dice. All right? Just like that. You want to try one?
Yeah. Go right ahead.
Okay, let's check our risotto. Our risotto's going nicely. Looks great.
So what year are you?
I'm a first year.
Oh, so this is your first year on campus. How are you liking
Yeah,
it so
I'm
far?
loving it. It was kind of tough at first being away from home, but
Let's get that
you
ball
get
right
used
there,
to it.
excuse me. Yep.
Well, you feel like you're fully adjusted now and really
Yeah.
embracing college life.
After you find your little group of people,
Your
it's
people.
so easy to just fall into it. It's
Now
great.
this is your home.
Yeah, pretty much. Home away from home.
Okay.
Terrific.
We
All
seasoned
right.
with salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder.
I was going to say that looks like garlic powder in there.
And let's put a
can
little,
start to
have one
smell it.
spoon there, please.
Certainly, chef.
Let's put a little tiny
There
bit
you
of
go.
oil in here, and we're going to toss them together, okay, in the bowl.
So this is melted butter.
That is a blended oil, an olive oil.
Oh, blended oil.
Yep, and you can
Okay.
use melted butter too. Yeah, it'd be great.
So
It's like
what
one
kind
or
of
two.
olive oil?
This is an olive oil canola blend.
Okay, very
We
good.
have extra virgin olive oil to finish with, but this
How
is you
much
don't
should
need,
you put in,
especially
Chef?
for cost. It's just you don't need to have an expensive oil.
Just a few-
a coat. That's all.
Just
Just
a
a nice
coat.
coating. They're coated with salt, pepper, and the garlic powder. Okay.
Very good.
And then really we just want to put them on a sheet tray, and I put them in a 425-degree oven for about 15-20 minutes on one side, and then I turn them over,
So you
and
turn-
then they finish in 10 minutes and they're done.
Excellent. And the
Okay.
key is, I suppose, cutting them as they are so they don't take a long time to cook.
Exactly. Here we have some nice ones all ready to go.
Oh, they're nice and
Okay,
brown,
and this is how
great
they
color.
come out. And the great thing about them, it's almost like a healthy fry.
Yes.
Careful,
Yeah.
This is hot when you're touching it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start assembling our bowls.
Great. And I suppose, Chef, this is something that a student could make in advance.
Really, you can have a nice potato bar. I mean, you can have
Yeah.
like a potato. So let's put.
That'd actually be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Potato bar?
I'm going to
Yeah.
put these in there because I know they're kind of hot. So
Okay.
let's put like a third of these in each pan.
Okay, and I'm sure, Asha, you can help with that,
And then
right?
you're going to assemble. Yeah, I'll put them in because the pan's hot. So once we get them in, you'll start putting your ingredients on top, and we'll pop them back.
So these are variations. So we're going to make 3 different types of potato bowls. And I know you have a plethora of ingredients over
Yep.
there that we can play with, right?
Yep. Okay, so let's start. First one, we're going to do bacon, the classic bacon and cheddar.
Great.
Okay. And we get to finish that with some scallions. So go ahead, there's spoons there. You can go ahead and put as much as you like,
Here you
as
go.
little as you like.
Here you go, Asha.
Thank you.
While you're doing that, I'll check back with our risotto. We see that our risotto, look at our risotto coming together nicely.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's absorbing the
Right.
liquid.
And it's almost good. You don't want it like dry and like
Yeah.
porridge. You don't want it like oatmeal. You want it have a little bit of looseness to it.
Sure. We have 7 minutes, Chef.
Okay.
Very good. So I see you're going
That's
right
great.
for the
Cheese,
bacon.
Yep,
Yeah.
bacon and cheese,
Right for the
definitely.
cheese. And what type of
Protein.
cheese is this, Chef?
This is an aged cheddar, shredded aged cheddar.
Shredded
Yep,
aged cheddar.
just
Oh, it
simple
smells
cheddar.
great.
Yeah.
It smells great already.
Yeah.
Any specific type of bacon?
Just the regular bacon, yep. Regular smoked bacon. I think we put a couple more pieces.
And this would be actually kind of fun
Okay,
with
let's
you
pop
when
it
you're
in
with
one.
friends
Yeah.
to set up a bar like this and
I
set
mean,
up
that
stations.
was, those potatoes that were in there, that was 3 potatoes.
3 potatoes.
You know, so.
Total
that-
for-
I would think,
for-
you know, if you're making it for like, 2 or 3 people, you need like 4 or 5 nice sized potatoes like this size. Okay,
And they
next,
keep
next
for a
bowl
while.
is going to be this Mexican chicken tinga bowl. Okay, we just make this nice I make this nice chicken tinga at home. It's just pulled chicken with some chipotle and tomato and onions. It's a really nice kind of all-purpose thing to use on tacos, on burritos. So go ahead and assemble that on the
And we
potatoes.
suppose you could even use like a rotisserie chicken
Absolutely.
from a supermarket,
and I think
right?
we put that in the recipe. It's easily make a rotisserie pulled chicken.
Very
toss
easy
it
to
in
prepare.
some chipotle or canned chipotle paste.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that'll be with that. We're going to also put some of the peppers and onions with that. Okay. And we're going to put some of this Monterey Jack cheese on top of that.
We have over 70 clubs and organizations here on campus, more than 24 Division III athletic teams. There is plenty of opportunity to be involved. Our students get leadership experience through those activities, and as part of our E360 program, we have over 400 student jobs on campus that students can pursue as part of their program.
College campus cooking is a great concept. It shows how we can teach students to use what they have available in their kitchen to make a healthy, nutritious meal.
Okay, let's take a look at our risotto for a minute. You see how it's starting to look now? Looks nice, huh?
You really see how the liquid has really
Right.
been absorbed.
And this is really how you want it, like just like that. So at this point,
The
we can-
aromas coming
I think
out
we
are
can-
really
Let's
great,
get this
too.
in the oven, then we'll go back to the risotto. So I think that's good with the peppers and onions.
So the
Let's
tinga,
put
the
white
chicken
cheese in
tinga
it. Yep.
potato ball has come out really nice.
Yeah, that looks great.
Topping it off with some cheese.
Okay, and we can finish up with jalapeno. You can put more cheese. Don't be scared.
Chef always
Scared
likes to have
cheese.
more cheese, right?
Love
I'm
cheese.
gonna put some jalapenos. I like spice. And let's pop that in the oven. It's gonna warm up.
Very
Our other-
nice.
Our other one's in there looking great. And
we have
here's our third
another
one
one.
and our most unusual one, which is something that really I do at home a lot. It's everyone's favorite cream chip beef.
Have you ever had cream chip beef?
I've
Asha?
never had that. I've seen it
is,
a few times in the dining hall. But,
Yeah, it's definitely like a Pennsylvania Dutch thing, and
Well,
but
we are in
a lot of-
Pennsylvania.
a lot of
so
people eat.
we need to
A lot
eat
of people
chip beef.
eat chip beef on toast.
Yes.
You know, if you're staying away, I mean, there's carbs in potato, but if you're staying away from gluten, or if you don't want a lot of bread in your diet,
This is a
serve
great
your chip beef on.
dish that reminds you of home. It's to stick to your ribs. It's filling, and I'm sure after 6 days a week of practices for softball, you're needing
Yep.
something
hearty.
some fuel,
I
right?
put some broccoli on it.
And this
which
is a
I love.
nutritious element, right?
Yeah.
And it adds great color
I'm
too.
going to change this up a little bit. I'm going to put some of these roasted peppers, which add nice color.
So essentially, you blanched your broccoli, right, Chef?
Blanched broccoli in
Okay.
salted water. Yep. And you can use frozen broccoli. It's very easy to use. I
Okay.
think frozen broccoli is one of the vegetables that translates well as frozen.
And these are roasted red peppers.
Roasted red peppers. Yep. And I actually have some diced ham that we didn't use any, so let's put a little diced ham on it too. We'll make this
Ooh,
into
why not?
We'll make this into a sort of a smorgasbord kind of. We'll put a little cheese on top, and we're going to bake this in the oven. I think this is going to be delicious.
Always
Oh,
cheese.
yeah.
Look at this thing.
This is,
And you could serve these if you had little pot pans. Just serve them, like pull them out on the table, and you guys just dig in.
and it's a rustic way to eat, right?
Yep. Okay,
Okay,
great.
Chef.
Yep, most of our stuff is ready to go. We're just going to put some finishing touches on the risotto. Okay.
Great.
I'm going to put a little Parmesan cheese in there.
Terrific.
Okay.
Okay, you're doing an excellent job,
Yep.
Asha.
And let's put a little bit of parsley in there and stir that in. Go ahead, you can grate some cheese in there.
Very good.
And then we're ready to plate that.
Now,
Okay,
as a
let's stir
nutrition
that in.
science major, have you worked in the kitchen at all?
Yeah, so I take a baking art and science class on Mondays here. So every week we have one lab, and we come in and we learn how to bake different foods, and we also learn the science behind the different methods.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Great.
Our potatoes
Okay.
are ready to go too. I'm going to take them out of the oven.
Wonderful.
They look
So the
great. Look at these
potatoes,
little- and
three
they work
types.
Great. They work great in these little pans. Like it's like really nice.
Ready
cook
to
in
be
those
plated, yeah.
Little pans. So I'll plate the risotto. Do you want to grab the potatoes and start plating? Be careful, they're hot.
And you have your 3 plates for the potatoes. Terrific. And this could easily be a brunch dish,
Yeah.
a dinner.
And you can easily fry an egg on top of any of these if that's what you like.
Right.
It's just really nice to do.
Excellent.
The risotto looks great. Looks nice.
It
texture.
smells great too.
Yeah,
The
nice
smells
piece.
coming out of this kitchen are
Okay, we'll go with
terrific.
the second one. Okay, this one we'll put some. What do we want to put on here? A little more little scallions. Going to be plate next.
There we go. Asha.
Okay.
Beautiful. The
That's
chicken
ready to go.
tinga smells
You wanna pass
delicious.
that down, please?
Wonderful. This is ready
Okay,
to
and
go
for the risotto,
also.
we did something a little bit nice and fresh. I like risotto to top a little tiny bit of salad, so we put a little bit of balsamic.
I guess it adds a fresh.
Yep, adds a crunch to it.
Yep.
Okay.
Playing with textures.
All right, so we got a little arugula, and we just, and these are nice things when you do it for your friends. They're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You can impress your friends.
I think I'm all fancy.
Okay. So we
Beautiful,
put a little nice
Chef.
arugula on top. We have a nice mushroom risotto with arugula.
that ready to go
Pass
too?
that down.
Beautiful.
Okay, let's go with our next one.
We have a very full tasting table already.
Wow, that looks great. You know, maybe just plate.
Yeah.
That was our fun potato bowl.
I know, there's a ton of food in there. That's awesome.
We have a little bit of everything in that
Yeah.
potato
There we
bowl.
go.
Yeah,
Cream
good.
chip beef,
Okay.
broccoli.
Put a little parsley on top. That looks great.
Go, and this one's ready
This Mexican
also.
one, we're gonna put a little lime wedge, and we're gonna put some cilantro leaves.
So just finishing it off with some cilantro. How do you feel about cilantro?
I think we're in great shape.
My mom really doesn't like it, but me and my dad love it. Okay, I'm gonna start
which
with
one
this
each?
one.
Oh,
Try
the
the
chicken
Mexican
tinga.
potatoes?
So learning by doing is really the foundation of a Delaware Valley University education. I think we've done a good job of that today. Wouldn't
Yeah.
you say?
I'm gonna dig into
I would definitely say so. We do a
gonna-
lot with our hands. Like, we are always doing stuff.
I'm gonna have some
Okay.
chip beef potatoes.
Okay, here we go. What are you thinking?
They're great.
Really good.
Really delicious?
Everything looks delicious. This stuff you think you make?
Easily.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it. I'll be over next week
All right,
for a risotto and
Gotcha.
potato bowl.
He'll hold you to that.
I'll be here.
Okay.
I've never had chip beef before, but it's really good.
It's great, yeah.
Excellent. Do you have a favorite?
Of the two, I really like
You
this
gotta
one.
try some anchovies.
She really likes the tinga. The pasta's delicious.
Yeah, it's color's great on it.
Asha, chef,
Yes.
thank you so much for a terrific, educational, nutritious, and
Yes.
delicious day at Delaware Valley University.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
It was
you.
my pleasure. I love this new show, College Campus Cooking. It's a lot of fun to work with the students, teaching them simple and nutritious cooking.
I really enjoyed learning like simple dishes that I would be able to make on campus, and also having the nutritious factor as a nutrition science major, just knowing how I can fuel my body with food that I can cook.